Some people control rooms without speaking. They don't beg for attention, they withdraw. And in that retreat, everything changes. People grow unsettled. They question themselves. The energy shifts. Now imagine wielding that same quiet power. What happens when you stop reacting to every provocation? When you choose silence over instinct? When you step back instead of blowing up? The entire dynamic around you transforms. The world is used to managing you through your predictable reactions, but when you pull away, they realize they never knew you at all. Carl Jung revealed, everything that irritates us about others leads us to ourselves. When you become less available, notice who panics, who pushes your buttons. Their reaction exposes their dependence on your energy. Each time you say yes when you meant no, each habitual reaction, you hemorrhage power until you're left empty. Why? Because you're always available to those who've earned nothing. This isn't about abandoning the world, it's about reclaiming yourself. Jung called it individuation, becoming whole, undivided. It begins when you realize silence holds more power than 1,000 words. Strategic retreat isn't avoidance, it's sovereignty. Ask yourself, how long will you let others dictate your emotional state? How long will you dance when they pull strings? It's time to cut those strings, to vanish, to become enigmatic. Because the moment you step back, everything recalibrates. We're trained to be pleasing, to respond quickly, to equate our worth with availability. But here's the truth. No one told you. Constant availability isn't kindness. It's captivity. As long as you see your value through others' needs, you'll be exploited, drained, and discarded when you're no longer useful. When you're predictable, you're controllable. People treat you like an emotional vending machine, insert guilt, extract reaction. They take comfort, attention, validation, then disappear until next time. And you, conditioned to believe being needed equals being loved, keep giving until nothing remains. Jung warned about the persona, the mask we wear for acceptance. That mask makes you overavailable. You smile when broken, you reply when drained. You explain, defend, justify, as if you owe the world answers. The more you orbit others, the more you lose your center. Overavailability is disguised self-abandonment, a silent plea for validation, a fear of rejection. The cost? Your peace, your life force, your essence, handed out like it's infinite when it's not. Those demanding constant availability don't want you, they want what you provide. Distraction, validation, emotional labor. When you set boundaries, they call you cold, not because you've changed, but because you stopped serving their needs. Here's the brutal reality. The more available you are, the less valued you become. People rarely cherish what they didn't earn. Ask, who deserves your energy, your time? Better yet, who deserves your absence? First, understand why you react. Jung called it psychic energy. Every thought, emotion, action consumes it. Are you directing it consciously or letting others siphon it? Defending against baseless criticism, reacting to provocation, engaging in drama, this is energy bleeding. What you resist persists. The more you engage, the more trapped you become. Emotional exhaustion isn't weakness, it's misallocated strength. When drained, you're vulnerable. Manipulators sense this. They don't need to shout, they push buttons. And you predictably react. Again and again. A healthy psyche retains energy. Say no without guilt, stay silent without shame, observe without acting. Power lies in chosen action, not compulsive reaction. Those sleepless nights, imaginary arguments, energy wasted feeding ghosts. Guard your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Protected energy makes you radiant. Scattered energy makes you reactive. Identify your triggers. These are energy leaks. Your work isn't building walls, but knowing when to walk away. Not becoming cold, but becoming wise. Jung revealed, when you withhold energy, others' projections collapse. This disturbs them deeply. Now, the darker truth. Silent manipulation. Manipulators use guilt, not force. They make you feel obligated. That friend who only calls in crisis. The lover affectionate only when served. The colleague dumping emotions. They're not engaging you, they're using what you represent. You allow it from fear, of disappointing, of abandonment. The most effective control works through guilt. When you feel absence is betrayal, you're most manipulated. But withdraw, and the illusion shatters. Say no. Refuse the expected role. They panic not from missing you, but from losing their tool. Your absence forces them to face their noise. Your silence strips their narrative control. As Jung wrote, we become enlightened not by imagining light, but by making darkness conscious. Withdrawal illuminates other shadows. But are you ready to be misunderstood, judged, blamed? Silence has a price. It distances those who loved your mask but never saw you. In a noise-obsessed world, silence is revolution. Not all silence is passive. Some is strategy, lucid, intentional, lethal. When you stop reacting, you start seeing patterns, loops. This insight terrifies manipulators. It ends their game. Some panic at your silence, not from concern, but lost control. While speaking, you can be debated. Silence changes everything. True silence isn't emptiness, it's potent presence, strength, choosing disengagement to reclaim sovereignty. Jung believed true selfhood requires retreat from world's noise. Only in silence do you hear your inner voice. The cost? Losing those who knew only your performance, seeming distant to those who never looked deeper. This is authenticity's price. Greater self-awareness brings stricter word curation. Every sentence is energy exchange. Not everyone deserves it. You owe no explanations. Your absence speaks. It reveals who needed your presence to stabilize their chaos. But the highest silence doesn't just disrupt others. It rebuilds you. The silence that strips false layers, revealing what matters. Here, transformation begins. If this resonates, act. Awareness without action is delusion. Say no. Walk away. Log off. Stop answering draining messages. Decline soul-numbing invitations. Reclaim your energy. Jung called this individuation. Not sad isolation, but self-reconnection. You don't abandon the world. You center yourself. Stop being molded. Start molding. Watch. Who disappears when you're unavailable? Who rages at your non-reaction? Their response is your answer. Your liberation. Unavailability feels strange initially. Guilt whispers. That's conditioning. You were raised to prioritize others, but growth discomforts. Unavailability isn't arrogance, it's self-respect, emotional maturity, choosing peace over performance. No justification needed, no explanations. Your silence is sovereignty. When you reclaim your space, you become rare, respected, remembered, because you finally become you. Are you ready to be misunderstood, even hated, to become whole? If this message reached you, declare, I choose my peace. Let's see who's ready to walk this path. And remember, watch the next video. It matters more than you know.